I now give the floor to Mr. Benito Whitley to address the committee. You have the floor, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, there is a democratic deficit between the British Virgin Islands and United Kingdom. While the British Virgin Islands is financially self-sufficient and has made significant gains in self-government, the UK still exercises unilateral authority over the territory. This unilateral authority is an ongoing source of tension because it empowers the UK to constitutionally overreach into the areas of governance constitutionally reserved for the locally elected arm of government. When the UK overreaches in these areas, there is no democratic accountability. It must be kept in mind that the economic development, modernization, and financial self-sufficiency of the British Virgin Islands has been led by the territory's elected governments over the course of many decades. UK grant and aid to the British Virgin Islands ceased in 1978. There has been no budgetary assistance to the territory in 45 years, even after the $2.3 billion worth of damage caused by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The people of the British Virgin Islands have come a long way since 1949, when the islands were the poorest part of the federal colony of the Leeward Islands because of colonial neglect. The growth and development of the society has also seen the relationship between the British Virgin Islands and UK evolve. The most recent modern partnership has had positive elements, but the relationship cannot continue without democratic accountability. This accountability should include the UK reporting to this committee, as opposed to ignoring it based on the false premise that the British overseas territories have been decolonized and are not a subject for UK official dialogue with the C24. The British Virgin Islands' relationship with the UK should also have a clear path forward for complete decolonization of the territory. No such roadmap currently exists. The UK closed off associated statehood to the British Virgin Islands and other overseas territories by the end of the 1980s, leaving no established preparatory process for a change of political status. The British Virgin Islands has expressed that being an overseas territory is temporary and transitionary. It also does not conform with international law as a final political status. Madam Chair, the UK needs to reconsider the current rigid position it is holding on the political advancement of the overseas territories. A more progressive approach is needed in order to make political space for the British Virgin Islands and others that require a responsible preparatory pathway forward to achieve a full measure of self-government. The UK should take this into account for future constitutional negotiations with overseas territories when they come due. The constitutional review process currently taking place in the British Virgin Islands is an ideal opportunity for the UK to demonstrate a commitment to closing the democratic deficit in the relationship. As I close, Madam Chair, I want to make clear that decolonization of the British Virgin Islands is not about embarrassing the UK. It is about ensuring the people of the territory are able to realize their full potential and can meet their highest political aspirations. The UK, like the UN, CARICOM, and OECS, should be a willing partner in that process. Madam Chair, I thank you for your attention.
I thank Mr. Benito Whitley for his statement. Does any member of the committee wish to address a comment or question to Mr. Whitley?